Alright guys, welcome to today's stream. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, I was not going to do a stream today. I'm trying to get ready for my vacation later this week, but I was able to get everything I needed to done, and I thought I would hop on for a couple hours. Only a couple hours. Not going to be more than that today. But we're going to continue our Super Taunt deck theme, which we started last night with our priest deck, which was a lot of fun, I have to say. So we're going to continue that theme. We're going to try it with a mage this time around. I have a deck that was submitted by Boda, which we are going to start with. Hopefully, he'll be able to hop on the stream at some point and get the benefit of seeing his cards in action. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you guys the deck, and then we will play it and start tweaking it. Alright, so, real quick, actually, the other thing I was going to show you guys is the quest log for today. So today's daily quest is to destroy 40 minions. So that is the quest. I don't know, I assume we'll do that at some point, but I don't know that it will be today given the nature of our deck. Although as much AoE clear as we have, it may be possible. I do not have the stream up, guys, so if the audio levels or anything need to be adjusted, just let me know, but I'm going to try to not constantly tab out, which I know pauses the stream for a second. Alright, so let's look at the deck. Oh, sorry. Before that, one more quick thing. You see this little box right here? There's like 4 tabs or 3 tabs, and there's a space for a 4th one. There's been some speculation on Twitter about what this 4th tab might be. We're trying to get some information out of Blizzard, but I'm thinking that it could be some sort of custom game mode to support esports and tournaments. It could also, along those same lines, be a form of spectator mode. But obviously they've put something here within the graphic that they're planning to expand into, so we'll see. It could be raids. There's been some talk about that. But I thought it was just interesting. Someone pointed out on Twitter, and then we've been having a conversation about it. So, yeah. Anyway. So let's go look at this deck real quick. I really hope they add a spectator mode at some point. So this is the Tralala Mage Taunt deck, as opposed to our Tralala Priest Taunt deck. So, here's the way this deck is set up. Let me clear a few things real quick from our... We got this last night. Check this out. The golden ice block. Isn't that pretty cool? I like that graphic. And then the other one that we got was this golden Kirintor Mage, which looks pretty awesome, I have to say. I really think the artwork on the cards is really turning out to be great, especially the golden cards. Some of y'all probably aren't as interested in the artwork side of it, but I think it's pretty cool. The artwork is what originally got me into Magic the Gathering to start off with. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's just see what other cards we got last night. The way you can tell there's new cards is this little icon at the top. Shows you how many new cards you have. Oh, there was one. We got Illidan Stormrage last night. That's right. And we also got a Golden Beast. Talk about the Beast real quick. Those of you who remember the Beast from World of Warcraft, you'll see the Finkel Ironhorn, I think, was in the Beast, if I remember correctly. So once he dies, Finkel Ironhorn comes out and goes to your opponent. He's a 3/3. It's kind of interesting. The Beast at 6 is a 10/6. You know, if you get some charge, like give him charge or buff him up or do, you know, Wind Fury, he could hit really hard so much that that doesn't matter with the Finkel, so it could be interesting. So anyway, so looking at this deck, in the spirit of our Super Taunt deck, it does have a lot of taunt. There's Mirror Image, which is a mage spell that gives you 2/0/1 taunts. Shield Bearer is another taunt. So we have really 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 17, 19 taunts in this deck. I think that's actually a little bit less or about the same than our priest deck, but we'll see how this works out. Now the other spells are mostly AoE clear. So we have Arcane Elect for draw power. We have Fireball for direct damage, Pyroblast for direct damage. Now Boda's deck only had 2 Pyroblasts in it. I actually only have 1 so far, so I only can put 1 in. Flame Strike's an AoE clear. Blizzard is an AoE clear. Cone of Cold is an AoE, kind of an AoE clear, but a freeze. And then we have one Ice Barrier. We're going to play this deck just as it is. However, I would say some things we could consider, given the nature of this deck, is Frost Nova. For 2 mana, you freeze all enemy minions, so you put a big pause on the game. I think Arcane Missiles could be really good for clearing small minions or Arcane Explosion. The other thing that we don't have, we could do a Frostbolt, which gives you direct single target damage and freeze. And then we could actually also do an Ice Lance, which I think Ice Lance and Frostbolt might be interesting because when you combo Ice Lance into a character that's frozen, you do 4 damage. So potentially with Frostbolt and Ice Lance together, we can do 7 damage, and that could be really useful for clearing one big minion. We could also use it to hit the hero. The other thing, of course, that's missing from this deck that could be considered is a Polymorph. A Polymorph or 2 might be helpful as well, but I think those are all potentially good options. So, but we're going to go ahead and play this as is. So any thoughts about the deck, guys, or how it might go? I see you guys in chat are talking about loot systems. I don't know that they'll ever do a form of loot systems in the game. I don't know. I think that strays away a little far from the collectible card aspect and opening booster packs. So I'm not sure that I'm just not sure that they really want to go down that path, but we'll see. Alright, so let's get started. Let's play our first game. So we're up to 2-star diamond now. I haven't looked at the levels yet to see where they're at, but talked about this a little bit last night, that the levels seem to be based purely on just how many games you win, which I don't really like as a system, but you know, that's what it is for now. Hopefully they change it at some point to more of a true ELO MMR style system. So I think this deck could be interesting. We'll see how it goes. We're playing another mage. Given recent trends in the meta, I fully expect this to be a mage spell power deck, which could actually be tough for us because it gives you a lot of AoE clear, but we'll see. Wow, well, this is not a good start for us. One thing I did not look at when we were previewing the deck was the mana curve. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I have a hard time not putting a Polymorph in a mage deck either. So Polymorph is just so strong. You know, it's basically a silence on steroids. So she's coining into something. Yeah, so this is just a straight up, pretty typical mage spell power deck. I suspect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and ping the Geomancer once so we can kill it next turn. We still don't have really anything to play, unfortunately. We'll get Sinjin on turn 4, but she's gonna start hitting us with spell power pretty soon. All right, so again, we could go ahead and drop Ice Barrier, but I'd rather kill off the Geomancer first. So, you know, we ran into a little bit of this issue with the Priest deck last night. It's so many of the taunt minions are in the 4, 5, 6 range, and our mana curve got a little off, but we'll see. Alright, so we'll get Sinjin down on turn 4. Then we'll end our turn. So the basic idea, of course, behind this super taunt deck is to end up with a wall of taunt minions that, as a mage, you can blast people from behind, or use your AoE clear to clear their minions. That was the problem we had with the Priest version of this deck last night. We won some really interesting games. I would recommend that folks, if you haven't already, watch the stream from last night. It's some really interesting games that we played with the Priest deck. So, unfortunately, there's really not much we can do here. I'm going to go ahead and cast Ice Barrier just to get it down. And then gonna go ahead and ping Sinjin for 1. That way, if he does decide to trade with us, we can kill him next turn with the hero power. So having the secret down now is going to give the mage opponent something to think about a little bit. I know I usually try to figure out what the secret is before it triggers, if I can. She's just going to Arcane Intellect up. She'll probably ping us for 1 with her Fireball, yep. That's fine. The Ice Barrier secret that we dropped, the reason it didn't trigger there is because it says as soon as your hero is attacked. Attacked means that you have to be attacked by a minion or by a hero, not by hero ability directly. So we could go and get Hogger down here. I actually think I prefer to drop the Lord of the Arena. If we had a good 4-drop, I would go ahead and put that down, but unfortunately we don't. Let's go and get Lord of the Arena down. Would have been nice if we had a 4-drop Taunter and then we could use our hero power to pick off their Sinjin, but unfortunately we don't. Yeah, there's the Polymorph. That's fine. She's gonna kill it with her Fireball. So next turn we'll probably... We popped our secret, so now we get 8 armor, which turns into 5 armor because it absorbs the attack. We could kill Sinjin with the Blizzard, but that is very much overkill. We could kill Cone of Cold though, which is not a bad idea. We could Cone of Cold into Fireball and go ahead and do 6 damage to her. Or we could just ping him and do Fireball, which is a lot better, and save the Cone of Cold for later. Let's go ahead and do that. We're losing a little bit of board presence here, but
Job's done.
Still not too bad. Considering our opening hand, this is not too bad. One thing I'll say about this deck, I'm not convinced on having 2 Flame Strikes. For 7 mana, I don't know there's many games that you will use 2 Flame Strikes, honestly. Although, now we could go ahead and just about kill everything that way. Alright, so let's see here. We could go Hogger into our Shield Bearer and Cone of Cold. That's too much mana. So Hogger, Shield Bearer. I kind of like Hogger. Well, Hogger's probably gonna die if we cast him this turn. Well, maybe not with the Shield Bearer out. Let's see.
You shall not pass. Job's done.
Alright, so we'll see how she plays this. She could very well just Fireball Hogger or something like that, which wouldn't be a bad play, frankly. And for us, it's actually not terrible to trade a Fireball for a minion. Oh, probably Ancient. This is going to be Blizzard, Arcane Explosion. Yeah. That's it, yeah. And that's the kind of card we could consider adding to our deck, honestly. Yeah, we're really... See, I think we're maybe a little minion light on this deck and spell heavy, as we can see. So let's see what we can do here. We could Flame Strike, which would kill, almost kill. We could take 2 of them out. The other option would be to Blizzard or Cone of Cold. I kind of like just Cone of Cold here, because that'll freeze them for 1 turn. And then we can go ahead and get another Fireball down. And then we still have Blizzard for next turn. Yeah, I think we'll just Cone of Cold here. And go ahead and Fireball. And then we can Flame Strike next turn and clear the board. So let's just go ahead and hit her for another 1.
Job's done.
I did listen to Fireside Chat. Rogue Questing Adventurer is a form of a deck that's been around for a while, and actually I think it is good. Wow, she's gonna really not like when we drop Flame Strike next turn. Yeah, it would be nice. Let's see, we could just Blizzard and save Flame Strike for another time, and go ahead and get Sinjin down. I think that's probably the better play. So this is this is kind of why we thought mage might be good for this approach, because you have, especially with the frost spells, you can keep your taunt minions from getting attacked. We could really use an arcane intellect here. I think next turn maybe an arcane intellect into a flame strike would be perfect. We could always pyroblast. Now that we have Sinjin down, she can't really, well, she's not going to be able to attack us this turn with freeze. So. And she made a little bit of a mistake there, honestly. I wouldn't have put down all those taunt minions simply because of something like Blizzard, where you lose them all in one shot. So, all right, so we flame strike here. We can take out everything but the, well, we can take out the Lord of the Arena too, because we have our hero ability. So I think that is definitely the play.
Job's done.
It's turning pretty decent at this point. That AoE board clear is just so strong when your opponent decides to play a lot of minions at one time. Alright, so she's going to flame strike back this time. Alright, so we could... it's a little overkill. I was going to say we could Blizzard and kill that guy, but I think what I'd prefer to do is just get another taunt minion down. And then we will go ahead and... Do I want to ping her, or do I want to hit the Geomancer? I think I'll just ping her, because eventually if we get her to Pyroblast range, we can just end the game. If she doesn't get a taunt minion down next turn, that will be the game between Pyroblast and the Fen Creeper hitting her for 3. Yeah. Well, she definitely does have a lot of, she has a lot of taunt, that's for sure. So, I mean, this game will be over in 2-3 turns regardless, because of Pyroblast. Alright, so I think here, I do want to go ahead and clear the board. Well, we get another taunt minion down. I don't know. I guess we still can hold on to Blizzard in case she pulls something big. But we still have Flame Strike behind that. Hey, Tachinori. Good evening. I'm just going to keep pinging the mage, because again, once we get her down to 12, or down to 10, it'll be game. So for those of you who weren't on during the pre-show, this is going to be a pretty short stream tonight. My plan is to go no more than another hour and a half or so, maybe 2 hours max, just because I have a lot I need to get done. But I wanted to come on and stream a little bit for you guys. So, alright, so here, again, we can... Well, this is perfect. We can Arcane Intellect into Blizzard, which will keep her from attacking us, and we can ping her for one more. So, let's see what we get first from Arcane Intellect. We got another Arcane Intellect, and a Sunwalker. We could go ahead and drop the Sunwalker, but I'd rather just keep pinging her. Because again, once she gets down to 10, that's going to be GG. Which will be next turn, actually. Actually 11, because we can cast our hero ability on top of it. Yeah, not game quite yet. Yeah, we are. Well, we're still using our taunt deck. This is a mage version of it that Boda Dim put together. So I'm trying it out. We'll tweak it a little bit as we go along, but so far, obviously, it's worked pretty decent in this first game.
What to do?
All right, so she's gonna flame strike this time, but it doesn't matter because it's gonna be Pyroblast and Hero Power next turn for GG. And again, the deck originally had 2 Pyroblasts in it. I took one, well, I only have one available, but I also would only keep 1 Pyroblast anyway in, because usually you don't need 2 Pyroblasts to end the game, so. Did you send the Mage Taunt deck, Uragaf? Let me look at my email real quick. For some reason, I didn't see it. Alright, so that went pretty decently well. Let's go back real quick, and I'm curious how many minions we killed. Yeah, so we killed 13 minions that game. Alright, so let's look at this deck again and see if we want to make any changes. Oh, wrong one. Wrong Tralala deck. Alright. So, I thought that went pretty well. Let's look at our mana curve. Yeah, our mana curve is pretty high. And again, I think that's because there's so many mid-range taunt minions that are available. Yeah, I think I would... You know, yesterday we changed a little bit where we dropped one Lord of the Arena, one Booty Bay Bodyguard, and picked up like a Goldshire Footman, or there's a 2/2 taunt minion. Or Tauren Warrior even. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Tauren Warrior is pretty good for us in the Mage deck. I forgot about this. Because we can trigger his Enrage ability with our Mage, our hero ability. So we can enrage him at will. So actually, I kind of like having 2 Tauren Warriors in the deck. It still doesn't give us 2 drops. I thought there was a 2-drop with Taunt. Oh, Frostwolf Grunt, there he is. So I think what I'm going to do is drop 1 Lord of the Arena and 1 Booty Bay Bodyguard and replace him with... Because we have very little 1 and 2 drops is our problem here. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go with... Let's do 1 Frostwolf Grunt, 1 Tauren Warrior. We might tweak that later, but let's see how that works. Alright, so let's try this out. So how are you guys doing tonight? I've gotten some quiet streams lately. Doing good, Paint, doing good. Glad I could surprise you with some music. So it's that time of day again where the sun is coming through my window onto my face. So that's going to be annoying for a few minutes. Alright, so we're playing Cade this time.
Jaina versus
Bank holiday, nice. Sorry to hear that, Mario. Too bad I couldn't stream a little earlier for you. Alright, so this is not a bad start. I don't think we need Flame Strike this early by any means. We have Mirror Image and Sinjin, so I'm going to go ahead and drop Fin Creeper as well. See if we can get something early that's a little more aggressive. And we drew the other Flame Strike back. This isn't bad, though. We'll start with Mirror Image, and then we can ping off something the second turn. We can actually coin into... Well, we can't coin anything. Never mind. I was going to say something totally wrong. So the only downside of these 0-1 taunt minions is that if they get silenced, they become useless. So it's the only risk with playing them. And the Shield Bearer. I mean, it's doubtful, but we could be in a situation at some point where we have 6 useless minions on the map. So... Alright, so, I think here, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're just gonna ping this guy down so we can kill him next turn if we want to. We could coin, we'll probably coin into Sinjin, we may coin into Sinjin as well, at some point. Now, we can't trade because the taunt minions have no attack, so... They're just meat shields. That's cool, Mario. I probably won't catch up on the YouTube videos until later this week. I'm actually planning to try and stream some, try and cut videos some while I'm on vacation, assuming the hotel internet doesn't blow up. Alright, so let's see. We could coin into Sinjin, or we could drop our Frostwolf Grunt and coin into our hero power. Actually kind of like that play. Because now we clear his taunts. And we have 2 taunters down. Yeah, we'll see how long it takes to upload the video on hotel internet. It's not actually, so the way it works, it's actually really nice. So in Twitch, you can go look at your past broadcasts and you automatically can edit them, and then Twitch uploads it from its servers onto Twitch. You can also from Twitch upload to YouTube, so I can say, okay, I want this video to go on YouTube, and Twitch will automatically put it on YouTube from Twitch's servers. So I don't think, the only issue I might have with the hotel internet is actually seeing, trying to figure out where to cut the videos, because they'll probably be lagging, is my guess. Yeah, Twitch makes it really easy to do the YouTube videos. You still have to know where to cut it, what the timestamps are, but once you have that set, you set a description for it, Twitch turns into a video on Twitch, and then you tell it to put it on YouTube, and it carries over all the description and everything onto YouTube. And then when you go to YouTube and you organize playlists and whatnot. But yeah, it makes it really easy. There's no way I could do the 100-some videos I've done so far without it. So, again, I'm not so sold on the 2 flame strikes. It'd be really nice if we had a blizzard here, or I think a second cone of cold would be really good. Alright, so we got a shield bearer down. Kind of want to draw a card and see what we draw some cards and see what we get. I only have 2 mana, so we're not going to do much anyway. But at least now next turn we can
You shall not
we have some options now. We can Cone of Cold. Again, I think we're spell heavy in this deck. I think we need more minions still, but we'll see. I think probably we'll take out 1 Flame Strike and instead put in like another Cone of Cold or an Arcane Missiles or something. Now, we really need to kill off this Warsong Commander because the charge is so nice. Alright, so we can go ahead and we can Cone of Cold. I'm tempted to, let's see, what do I want to do? I think I'm just going to Cone of Cold and Ice Barrier. Unfortunately, if he plays a minion, that minion's going to have charge from the Warsong Commander, but I still think this is the right play.
Job's done.
And then next turn, we can Flame Strike and clear the board. Well, the way Cone of Cold works is it does 1 damage to the minion you target and then freezes the one next to him. Yeah. So actually, that's one thing when you're thinking about where to place your minions. If I was the maid, if I was the warrior here, knowing that I could have Cone of Cold, I probably would have not put the 1 health minion in the middle. I would have put the 1 health minion on the side. Alright, so we'll go ahead and Flame Strike here and clear the board. Probably. We'll see what we draw, but... Nat Pagel. Alright. So yeah, we'll Flame Strike, clear everything.
Job's done.
Yeah, Cone of Cold has an interesting mechanic to it, for sure. So he's definitely playing a charge-heavy deck. Not surprising. Oh wow, he's gonna charge with the Gurabashi too. He's going super aggro, but that's not too surprising from a warrior deck. So here we'll Sunwalker and Nat Pagel, I think.
Truth is my shield. I can wait
I love how the music changes when you play a legendary card. So, you know, he doesn't probably have a lot of great options here. He'll do, yeah, he's just gonna get a taunt down. So he might have some direct damage he could do. Oh wow. He might have some direct damage he can do to the Sunwalker. Oh, he doesn't. So he's gonna trade. Now he'll use this to enrage his Gurabashi. But we may actually Flame Strike again. So I said you never really use 2 flame strikes, but here we are probably using 2 flame, because we can flame strike and then pick off 1 Sinjin, which I think is the right play. Now we could go ahead and trade for the last Sinjin, but I actually like leaving him on so that we can have some protection. Well, he's going to be top decking. I don't know if I should kill this Sinjin or not. I say he's going to be he's going to be top decking at this point, so I think Nat Pagal will be okay. A 4-3 4-3-1 is not a very good trade though. I think I'm just gonna well, he's gonna trade next turn anyway, so let's just go ahead and do it.
Shall prevail.
Job done.
He's gonna make that same trade next turn. Now he's just got a top deck, and next turn we'll get down 2 taunt minions probably.
Here comes a pair.
Now he could have, at some point he could draw a Brawl if he's got it in his deck, which actually could hurt us pretty badly. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to, let's see, 5-4, 3-6. I kind of want to do the bigger body here. So 3-6. We'll put him down. Now we could go ahead and enrage him, but if we enrage him now, see you later, Mario. Nice, Mario. See you later. Yeah, I don't want to ping the Berserker because it's going to give him 3 attack. Oh, you said Fireball and ping. Yeah, we could have killed him with Fireball and ping.
Job's done.
But I'm not so concerned about the Berserker. I really want to protect Nat Pagal and keep drawing cards. Because we still have a Blizzard out there somewhere that might help us at some point. So see, now we can enrage our warrior and kill off his Berserker if we want to. Yeah, so Nat Pagal, at the end of your turn, you have 50% chance to draw a card. Really nice card if you can get him some protection. Alright, so here...
I wonder.
Alright, so we're gonna ping our warrior. So now that makes him a 5-2, and we can trade with his Berserker. And then we still have the mana to drop a Sunwalker. Well, let's see what we could do here. We could do double Fireball. Which actually... Yeah, I like that play. You know what, we're gonna do a single Fireball and our Booty Bay Bodyguard. No, we can't do that. That's double Fireball. Booty and Intellect, you know, that's not a bad idea. I want to keep at least 2 taunt minions on the field
Job's done.
if we can. Now Kona Cold will be great because we can control his minions. So you can see the power of Nat Pagal here. I mean, we have 7 cards, our opponent has 1. He's been top decking for like 4 turns now, so it makes it really difficult. He's got no good trades. My guess is his card... No, let's say his card might do 2 damage or something. Or destroy a damaged minion. Oh no, he's just going to try to take out our Fin Creeper now. He's in a little bit of a desperate spot at this point, honestly. Alright, so we have plenty of taunt. I think Hogger is the most efficient taunt at this point. So I would just go Hogger and a Fireball.
Job's done.
Wow, Nat Pagal is drawing us tons of cards. We've gotten a little lucky with the Nat Pagal rolls, honestly.
Just me and Mr. Bite.
Yeah. So here's the power of doing this with a mage. We can now, well, we can Blizzard too, but we can Kona Cold, keep her from attacking us this next turn. Let's see, 5, 9, 11. We're gonna do 17 damage, plus drop another taunt minion, so.
Job's done.
So yeah, this seems to be working pretty well. That Nat Pagel is key. That draw power just, unless he drew Brawl. Yeah, his Boulder Fist Ogre's not going to save him. He has no taunt. So yeah, G to the G. Hogger is overpowered. If you stick Hogger behind another taunt minion, he's nasty. He is pretty ridiculous, I would say. Alright, so let's go back and... I can't open any packs, guys. I'm out of packs now, so... Boo. Alright, so let's go back and... Let's see... Alright, let's look at the deck. So that... Oh, God, I keep doing that. It's the wrong one. Alright, so, yeah, that worked out pretty well. You know, we used both Flame Strikes. I don't know if we both Flame Strikes that game or the previous one or not. I'm still not totally sold on 2 Flame Strikes. I would rather have probably an Arcane Missiles or a Frost Nova. So I'm not going to buy any more packs. I can't afford to keep spending money on it, unfortunately. I appreciate the idea, though. All right, let's just keep this as is. It seemed to work pretty well. You guys have any suggestions for how to tweak the deck? Just FYI on YouTube, I'm probably going to post up the whole pre-series and the whole Mage series as one video. Dropping the Frostwolf Grunt. We could actually drop the Frostwolf Grunt and add another Tauren Warrior, perhaps. I feel like we need to smooth the mana curve there. So.
Jaina versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
You asked for it.
Alright, so again, I don't think we need Blizzard this early. Kona Cold is nice early. Frostwolf Grunt gives us a nose Dormu. Alright. Yeah, Real Gamer. I think we'll see how this deck goes. I'll be curious to try the same basic theme with some other classes. Hey, Elgin. Good evening. Hey, Rock. Good evening. I'd be curious to try the same deck with a Warlock, maybe, since you have hero ability for draw power, and you have a lot of minion removal. I think that could work well. Hunter could work well. I'm kind of tempted to make a super taunt deck with Hunter, and make a rule that you cannot attack the hero with anything except for the Hunter's hero ability, and just try to kill him with the Hunter hero ability. Alright, so he didn't do anything that turn. This puts us in a decent position.
Job's done.
Now, the thing about Paladin that could hurt us with this deck, what really hurts us is where one minion gets to attack us and we get hit for a ton of damage. That's obviously a possibility, very much a possibility with a Paladin deck. So we're going to try to keep the field clear as much as we can with minions.
I hope you like my invention.
Yeah, Stool, I tend to agree. You know, again, I don't have a good sense of how fast you accumulate cards without buying them, just because I have been buying a lot of cards and had a lot of awesome people donate money to buy cards. But, yeah, unfortunately, we don't have anything to play here. We could go ahead and trade our Frostwolf Grunt. I think I'd rather force him to trade. And we'll just ping the Brewmaster so we can kill it next turn. Yeah, Priest could be the same way. Yeah, anything where one big attack could do a big hurt on you. Chroma, I don't know that I'll do an arena later. I'm probably only going to play for another hour or so, maybe hour and a half. And by the time we build the arena deck, we're probably only going to play a couple games with it. We'll see. But I wasn't planning to stream at all today, so this is going to have to be a short session. But I do plan to be on Monday night and Tuesday night before I go on vacation, so. Alright, did she bounce her Brewmaster? Alright, so this is a, looks like a super bounce deck. Kind of interesting, but I think we'll go ahead and get the Fin Creeper down for more control.
Time for killing.
Now you wanted to get rid of the Frostwolf Grum, but look at the work that he's put in so far. He's already done 6 damage on the hero. She's gonna have to start clearing something here at some point, or he. I keep saying she. I don't know why. Considering that I think the gender ratio in this game, like most games, is probably, well, not most games, but like this game is probably like 90-10 or something. Maybe I shouldn't assume, but
I hope you like my invention.
that is what I suspect. Wow. Look at all the draw power he's getting. I mean, he's gonna have some options, so. Now the big thing with paladins too that they can do, he could what is it, a quality consecration, where he turns all of our health into 1, and then does consecration and clears the board. So that's a possibility as well. This bounce deck is kind of interesting. You know, by the time like Flame Strike comes around or something. Yeah, the Equality Bomb sucks. Alright, so pretty easy play here. I'm going to go ahead and get Sinjin down. I'm going to go ahead and trade. This is now a good trade for us. So we're going to kill one of these Brewmasters. We'll go ahead and attack. And we'll ping the Brewmaster again. The main reason I'm doing that is so I can kill it with Cone of Cold or another hero ability if I want to. Who is Maticus? He is the second in a line of proud paladins from the Matt family. Is he a priest blogger? I have no idea who he is. I've never heard of him.
Let me think.
He's got a lot of cards. Wow. What is he doing? Maybe he's trying to kill himself. He's got 10 cards now. You don't like my second generation from the Matt family? I thought that was pretty good.
You love my new recipe.
Alright, so that's a good trade for him. And you know, we could Flame Strike now. Now we got our second Flame Strike. We could just I'd rather Cone of Cold though. A little more effective. We'll freeze all of them. And of course, the only thing we can't do, we could Cone of Cold a second time, but we're not going to be able to attack this turn, but that's okay. We'll just ping with our hero power. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's kill one with the hero power. We could go ahead and trade. Yeah, I kind of like that play.
Job's done.
Clear her taunt off the field, so. What would $25 get you from this game? Probably, let's see, $25 is, we can look at the store when we get out, but that would be 12 arena entries or something like, let's see, 40 packs is $50, so 25 would probably be 20 packs.
Reporting for duty.
So again, we can Cone of Cold here. We can Cone of Cold. Well, we can kill, well, let's see. We can kill another one. We can Cone of Cold and Booty Bay, or we can Cone of Cold and Iron Fur and use our ability. But either way, I'm going to go ahead and Cone of Cold. We still have Flame Strike in our back pocket, so. I think you could use the money on your account on Hearthstone. From what account? Oh, from Diablo 3? I think you can once the game goes live. I don't think you can during the beta because this is technically on the PTR, the public test realm. I don't think you can in the beta. He's got to be building up to something, I would think. I'm expecting some crazy combo, but I mean, we still have 2 flame strikes, so it'd be nice to draw a fireball here. Pagel's alright. Well, Pagel's not terrible, because we'll get our booty bay down and Pagel, and be able to ping off his owl.
Get behind me. I can wait and fish all day.
Job's done.
I don't think it takes money from your. I've never put any money on my BattleNet account, so I don't know that how that works exactly. Right now, it takes you from your credit card, but I think in the beta, it always takes it from your credit card. So he played the Black Knight, which is a card we haven't seen yet. It's a really good card against our deck because the battle cry is destroy a minion with taunt. So, but so we have options now. We have Blizzard. I think the play here is Blizzard, and then we don't even need to ping his guy because then he'll have to trade. We don't have a taunt to save Nat Pagel though, so we'll have Blizzard. He can't attack him. He just has to do direct damage. So yeah, Blizzard is the play, and then we'll keep hitting the hero.
Job's done.
Titan, I think that is correct when the game goes live. Again, I think I'm pretty sure the beta works a little different. He's gonna hate life when we cast Flame Strike next turn. So now we can Flame Strike. We'll get more taunt out.
You shall not pass.
We could go ahead and trade here for it to kill his Guardian of Kings. Actually kind of like that because he's going to have to deal with our shield bearer separately.
Job's done.
Yeah, that Sinja was on for a long time. Yeah, this guy's had like 10 cards the whole time, 9-10 cards the whole time, but, you know, we're maintaining board presence. Nat Pagel hasn't been quite as lucky a fisherman this time around, but he's doing some work.
My eyes are open.
Wow, Leroy Jenkins. Alright, so, gonna take out our taunt. We still have another Flame Strike in our back pocket. Question is, do we use it? I think the answer is no. So we'll go ahead. So the way Leroy Jenkins works, when he comes in the field, your opponent gets 2 1/1 whelps, which basically means that you can kill Leroy with the whelps next turn. Which for those of you who are WoW fans, you will recognize that from the Leroy Jenkins WoW lore, that the guy who ran in and was it Nixia? I can't remember the fight now, where he ran in and procced a lot of whelps that ended up killing his raid, or killed him. So Ubers. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't Nixia. Yeah. Okay, Father Flame. Yeah, I can remember the fight.
I'll put it on your tab.
All right, so he's gonna bounce. This is definitely this is an interesting deck. He's playing a lot of bounce cards, meaning these Brewmasters, so he can recast his trigger effect, his battle cry effects. That's fine, but the problem with our deck is that his minions will constantly have summoning sickness, so he can never attack us. Maybe someone find the YouTube video and post it for Leroy for those who haven't seen it. So we could Flame Strike here and clear the board again. So we can do 10, 14 damage and get our 2 mirror images down. I actually like Flame Strike again. You really don't want to ever give, you really ever don't want to give a paladin any kind of minions on the board. All right, so I will say this now. I'm getting a little sold. I'm getting more sold on the double Flame Strike, honestly. So, you know, Bruiser, I don't think friend request on where? Oh, is it on BattleNet? If it's on BattleNet, I haven't logged into actual BattleNet. I've only logged into Hearthstone. When I do log into BattleNet, I'll definitely accept it. Yeah, there's the Leroy Jenkins video for those of you who are interested. So, you know, this deck is working pretty well. Wow, is he gonna discard from that? He's clearly, I think he's trying to get to an equality consecration combo. And that could actually hurt us because we're pretty low, but we have a lot of damage coming into him. I mean, 2 turns we end this if we want to. I'm going to hold Sinjin for now in case he gets his combo off, but we are going to go ahead and freeze everything. And I'm not too worried about the giant now. We can always kill him. Well, we're going to end this next turn probably regardless, so...
Justice shall prevail.
Job's done.
Yeah, Pagel's not doing... Hey, Savage, how's it going? Thanks, Vercule. For those of you who've joined onto the stream, it's going to be a pretty short night. I don't have too much time to stream tonight. Maybe another hour and a half max. So, just give you guys a heads up. We're going to play this Mage Super Taunt deck and keep tweaking it. It's worked really well so far. We haven't lost a game. We haven't even been close, honestly, in the first 2 games. It doesn't matter what he does here because we're going to end it next turn with Pyroblast. I wish I could tell him that so he could just hit end turn and we can move on. I mean, there's really... So he's playing a lot of legendary cards. So this just goes to show, you know, legendary cards don't mean you win. I mean, he's played, what, 3 or 4 legendary cards? We've played 1. Did we play Hogger? I don't think we played Hogger this game, so... It doesn't matter what he does because we're going to Pyroblast him. Oh, there's Hogger. GG.
Thank you.
Alright, so the deck's working really well. I'm going to take back what I said about 2 Flame Strikes. Yeah. I will say, I think Blizzard intentionally... They've said repeatedly, yeah, we finished the daily quest. Blizzard said repeatedly that legendaries don't equal win. And I think that is correct. If you look, for example, see this day-night... Whoop, don't want to play that deck. So we take a look at this day 9 Kassadin deck. This deck only has no epics, it has no legendaries, it only has like maybe 3 rares. And it's a solid deck. I've played it. We've played it on stream. It's done really well. So, you know, don't judge the power of a deck by its legendaries. I think legendaries can be key in the right situation, but they have to synergize well with the deck. All right, so looking at our deck here again, I like it so far. At some point, we might want to drop the Ice Barrier. It doesn't really fit in well. I mean, honestly, if we're getting hit, then the game's probably over anyway. I think it'd be better to have another form of freeze, like maybe a Frost Nova, instead of an Ice Barrier. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and executive decision to make that change. We talked about maybe getting rid of the Frostwolf Grunts. I like them at 2. It smooths out our mana curve, so now we have taunt minions at every cost. Yeah, I'm definitely getting sold on the 2 Flame Strikes. They have put in some work. So let's give this another try. up to still 1-star diamond. I wish it, I don't know. I kind of wish it told you how long before you got up to the next rank, but I kind of don't like knowing either. I don't even know what the different levels are. I think it's the same as StarCraft, but so maybe it's diamond, platinum, master, or something. I don't know. Supposedly they were gonna wipe your ranks
You asked for it.
every
My
week,
magic will
but
tear
obviously that
you
hasn't happened, at
apart.
least in beta. Alright, so we have a lot of control here early. Don't need the Sunwalker. This isn't too bad. We'll go ahead and stick with this for now. We'll see how this goes. Alright, that's good. So we can get our mirror image down. I would bet dollars to donuts that this is going to be a mage spell power deck. Just because it's what we've seen every game against the mage. Yeah, this is live, EG. We are live for a little while, at least. Oh. She's copying our deck. We could go ahead and Frost Nova here. It's kind of a waste. We could coin into Cone of Cold. Again, kind of a waste. So, we're just going to ping the Grunt so we can kill it next turn. Hey, Boda. Welcome aboard. We're playing your mage deck. I made a couple tweaks to it. I only have one Pyroblast, so I only have one Pyroblast in the deck. And, traded that for a second Blizzard, I think. And, we did take out one Booty Bay Bodyguard and one Lure of the Arena and traded it for a 2-drop Taunt and a 3-drop Taunt. Just to give us some other options. So, we could coin into Sinjin here. I kind of like that play. But so far, Boda, we are 3-0 with this deck. In the I think 2 of those games, we never lost any health. So, so yeah, it seems to be working pretty well. It is his deck. We just tweaked it. We definitely played the first game with it and we won. So, alright, so there's the Polymorph. It's alright, the sheep's gonna be able to kill his taunt minion though, so not terrible. Alright, so we're running low on minions this time around. We don't have any 4-drops that are really effective, so we'll just ping the mage. Playing Ascension is a good play. I know, shocking, right, Yoragath, that I would ever say that. I will say I'm not the only one that thinks Ascension is an awesome card. I think you ask most of the streamers and the people that are playing the beta, they would all tell you the same thing about Ascension. Boda, you know, you've definitely watched enough stream. All right, so you know, we're running a little strange here because we're not getting any of our minions. So our only option for removal is the Fireball. That's real overkill. I don't really want to give him a free pass this time, so it's a bit of a waste. But we're gonna go ahead and Cone of Cold. And then, we'll go ahead and ping him so we can kill him next turn if we want to.
Job's done.
The good thing is we have lots of control still available. We have Blizzard, we have Cone of Cold, we have Frost Nova. So, he's not going to touch us for a while except with direct damage.
Not a morning person.
We got another, now what I really like to do is Cone of Cold and Sunwalker, but that's not going to work. So I think we'll just, we could Frost Nova, we could Cone of Cold.
What to do? What to
So I think what I'm going to do here is Cone of Cold the bear, and then we're going to ping off the imp.
Job's done.
So basically we're just fighting for board control at this point. We really need to draw like